G'day folks, Tom here from Tommy Time Fishing, and welcome here to another episode. And this is quite different to what we've usually been doing. Still in my work gear, we've just knocked off work and looks like a not a bad night to do a bit of a land-based squid fishing session. So yeah, a bit different to driving in the mountains like I usually been doing, flicking a fly rod. This time we'll flick some squid jigs along the beach. We've got some pretty good conditions wise, we'll talk about that more later. But look, it's been a while and I'm itching to see if we can get a feed of squid because they're absolutely delicious. So sit tight and see how we go. Now, apologies for the wind noise. There's not much I can do about that, but anyway. Okay, just a quick bit of gear talk here. And squid fishing now, this is a squid jig. This is actually quite a large one, it's a size 3. The average one you probably use is 2.5, that's pretty technical. Anyway, what I've done with this though, to ensure this sinks nice and slow, I've cut the lead weight ever so slightly. So we're going to have a slower sink. What that means is, when we cast this out and this is sinking to the bottom, it's taking a lot longer to get to the bottom, so we can fish this jig slower. We can spend a lot more time in the strike zone, so to speak. So, you know, we'll ping it out there. Being a size 3 jig as well, it's quite heavy. So we can get plenty of distance with our casts. Because that's sinking nice and slow, we're going to have ample time to fish this in, and also ample time for a squid to come and see and have a crack at that. So you've got pretty good conditions here, so we'll talk you through it. What you got to try and time with this spot is, you need a high tide, but you need like the last hour or two of a run-in tide, because being quite a shallow spot here, the more water, I think the more confidence we are to come in close here. You also need darkness as well, so we're a bit early at the moment, but when the dusk period hits, I reckon it could be a really good time to be here. Also needs to be calm as well. We've got a reasonably stiff northerly breeze here, but because the fetch of these waves are only coming from, you know, north of the city over there, which is not too far, you know, they're not big waves, but it's windy, and you might be wondering what the fetch is. The fetch is the distance the wave has to travel. So the fetch of these waves, if they were heading Sorrento, way south of the bay, is a lot bigger than the fetch of the waves hitting here. So they haven't had a lot of time to build up and get quite big, but they will get when further south you go in the bay, on a northerly wind that is. Something you got to do when you're land-based squid fishing, look for signs like that, like squid ink on the ground there, which is evidence that squid have been caught, but you've got to cover your ground. Squid being a schooling fish and they move around, you know, there's no point just fishing an area for an hour and then moving into the next one. You gotta give it, you know, 5-10 minutes, pepper a few casts, nothing there, you gotta move. Simple as that. It's quite an active form of fishing. So we'll pepper a few casts out here. Good cast. Good cast. It deserves to be rewarded with a squid. Oh, we got one. Oh, he's pulling some drag too. Right, cheers. Right. There's still enough light here, but oh, we got a big old squid on here. I just thought that cast was there with the fish. Just come on the light so you can see. Right. In terms of your fighting quality fish, you're not catching squid for the fighting quality, more so for the eating quality. Always a good fish. Alright, just make it a little bit hairy. I'm going to try and wash him up here. There we go, yeah. How's the hook job on him? You can see one tentacle. Okay, we're just on one. Alright, we'll be careful here. Nice size squid. I might just back the drag up a touch. Oh, he's a ripper. Still picking up in the camera. Right, around the corner we go. Oh mate, he is a horse. Oh crikey, he is a horse. That is a horse of a squid, yeah. Oh. I think he's already done his business. Yeah. He is. Holy smokes. Wowee. Oh. Jesus. Right, so how we can preserve this beautiful squid, we're going to kill it. So you kill him straight away. Generally you can spike him in the back there in the head. I like to give him the old judo chop like that. So we'll give him the chop now. I might cut some footage. There he is there, body's dead. And that's how we're going to look after our squid. Welcome back and welcome to Tommy Time Cooking here. And we're in the kitchen here. This is where we like to think we do our best work, but reality is we don't. Anyway, got our fruits of our labour here, our lovely giant southern calamari there. That's so stoked to pick this one up. And look, in terms of eating quality, like I said, is absolutely delicious. And with that in mind, we don't really have to do too much to really cook this squid. We're not going to overcomplicate it. It just needs some simple and subtle flavours, and that will be all that she wrote. And so right now I've got some spuds on, and I'll put them on in the oven soon to get them nice and golden brown. But for this squid, we're just going to get some simple salt and pepper seasoning like this kind of stuff here. We're going to cut up, rings in the body, rip the flaps off, like cut them into sections, score the flaps, rip the tentacles off, although a few of the tentacles have been pinched off. The old man, he's ripped them off and he ate them raw, which he loves doing. Shout out to the old boy. But yeah, look, looking forward to really getting stuck into this one. This is going to feed 2 of us, 3 of us comfortably, I would have thought. So yeah, hope you enjoy this one. So basically it's going to get pretty gruesome here, but we need to separate the flaps from the body here and also rip the head off and then clean out the inside as well. So just stand by. Yeah, we'll get stuck into it. Okay, now we've cleaned up the crime scene we had here. It was a bloody mess of cleaning, but that's all we have there. We've got the hood, got the 2 flaps there, tentacles there, or whatever's left of the tentacles. And look, we're just gonna ring up the body, cut some little sections out of the flaps and score it, and then maybe get about 2 or 3 bite-sized pieces out of that tentacles there. So yeah, there'll be some pretty big rings. So last but not least, just a little bit of salt and pepper seasoning. Get her in there. And give it a good shake. Look, guys, that's all we have time for tonight. It's just getting a bit dark now. The image quality is not going to be as good, but look, that spot there in Black Rock is about as hit and miss as you ever get. We were fishing there probably for about an hour and a half or so. I know it was a bit early, but look, we fished pretty hard and we got rewarded in the end with an absolute thumper of a squid. So yeah, look, he's going to be some great tucker tonight. I cannot wait to get stuck into him. But look, thanks for watching. That's sort of like the local for me, in terms of, like, you know, after work we'll go for a fish, we'll go down to the beach here in Black Rock and have a flick for a squid. And yeah, look, if you enjoyed that, hopefully we can get a few more squid sessions like that, and yeah, we can get some good quality film soon. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you next time on Tommy Time. Tight lines.